Welcome back to Mason's ADV. Ride along with us as we explore off the beaten path, head out for some adventure bike camping, and keep you updated on modifications and new gear for adventure riding. Be sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any adventures. Glad to have you along for the ride.
Well, hey guys, Mason here, and I've had a lot of questions about how I charge everything in the tank bag. I have to get into my tank bag here and get some stuff out, so I thought we would just quickly go over what's going on in my tank bag and how I charge everything. All right, let's check it out. Well, first of all, I want to say that this setup looks overly complicated, but it's actually fairly simple. And everything starts at the battery on the bike. But instead of having all this stuff that I charge wired directly to the battery and it becoming an absolute mess under there, I have one solid line, actually two. There's only two things attached to the battery. But my main line that does almost everything with the exception of the heated grips runs down here, and as you guys know, I use the Noco battery chargers in the shop in the winter, and everything I have has this plug on it. So I can see at a glance what my battery level is on all of the different machines, and I know when I need to plug it in. The other reason why I put this here is because on the trail, if I have an electrical issue that I can't figure out what the heck is going on, I can disconnect this right here. I can just clip this zip tie, pull this plug, and it eliminates everything except my heated grips. So from a troubleshooting point of view, that's the only reason why this is here. Otherwise, you could just run a line up under your dash, which is where this goes. So from the battery through this plug and up underneath my dash. Now underneath the dash, the red wire goes to a distribution block that feeds all my other charge ports. The black wire runs up here, and what it is just a bolt, just a small bolt, and all my negative ends have a ring clamp on them that just slip over the bolt. The bolt gets tightened, and that's my ground. Now, under here I do have one relay, and that relay is so that my fog lights, my driving lights on the front of the bike are switched. So they take their main power from that line, but there's another line that runs to the switch circuit, so when I shut my key off, these lights go off. For example, if I turn them on, and then I turn on my key, they're on. Key off, they're off. And I don't have to worry as much about remembering with the switch. Now, the other thing that runs off of there is a line that comes up to this Rock Charge waterproof USB port. And you guys know that the struggle that I've been through with the other USB ports off of Amazon. This one is not cheap, but I thought I would give it a go. It's about 4 or 5 months in now, and so far no problems. I have it switched, so when I turn it on, my Garmin turns on and my phone starts to charge. And when it's off, all those devices shut off. Now, the way this works is there's a clip, and it's a bit of a nightmare to get undone. You kind of have to push here on the lock and pull on this at the same time. But you don't need in there very often. So what you have is this waterproof seal and this fancy waterproof gaskety thing that goes over the actual cables, and you just take your USB ports in, plug them in, clip this back down, and that's it. They're in, they're watertight, and like I said, that's a marine. Someone on one of the videos when I was struggling with the other ports said try a marine grade, and I really like the look of this one rather than just having the USB ports plugged in. Now they're solid. The line goes from the battery through the plug up in here. One line runs into the bottom of this and runs my dash, so this goes to these two devices. Another line goes from there and runs through underneath the fairing and up here, and this is my second and only other line off of that. And this again is another Noco plug that I've soldered in line, and I have the male end on the tank bag. So if I need to remove my tank bag, I just unplug it. This stays on the bike and the tank bag comes with me. Otherwise, when this is plugged in, everything in my tank bag is charging. Now, I charge a lot of stuff, especially on the trips. We're always charging camera batteries, drone batteries, battery pack for Melon in the tent because he doesn't charge so well off the bike. He does a lot of his charging at night. I also can plug in here and run a setup that I have that takes my memory cards from the cameras during the day and dumps them onto a hard drive. But that's another whole different topic. However, the whole point of this is the ease of being able to unplug that and remove the tank bag off the bike. 2 clips up front, 2 straps at the back, tank bag's off. So the male line with the Noco charger runs in through the drinking straw holder on the Nomad. The Nomad comes with a bladder in the bottom of the tank bag that I've removed because I carry my water up here on the back, and I need the space in here for all this stuff that I carry. The Noco connector can be any plug. You guys can use any connector, it doesn't matter. Runs in here, loops around, and I have it soldered onto the end of a 12-volt USB block. So I just took the end. It was designed to plug into a cigarette lighter. I clipped the end off and soldered in my own male connection for the Noco clip. But again, any connection will do. You run it in here, this plugs into the bottom, and it gives me, I believe, 2 3.0 charging ports and 4 2.0 charging ports. It just sits nestled in the bottom mesh bag there. My drone sits beside it. So one of the 3.0 charging ports runs around here and charges the DJI pack, which charges my drone batteries. The nice thing about the DJI drone is that your battery charger and block becomes a battery pack when you're not using it for flying the drone. Obviously, you can plug other stuff in here and charge it on the fly. That's what this cable's for. So at night in the tent, I can use this block as my battery pack, and I can charge my phone, or my Sena has the same Type-C USB, and that's what that cable's for. It's not doing anything in the tank bag unless I need to charge that while I'm on the fly. And if I plug the tank bag in here, you'll see all this stuff spring to life. So these 2 are charging, these 2 are charging, and the DJI battery runs through a thing where it checks one. If it's full, it goes to the next, it goes to the next. Up here is the DJI controller, and again, I can have that plugged in as well. See, this is why I'm doing this today, because we're headed off for the trip, and that's a plug that I'm missing. So I will get that in the bike. So I can charge this up. It's always fully charged when we get where we're going. And of course, the drone itself, I don't have to worry about it because I just keep the batteries out and in the charger. I also carry a spare Sena, a 20S. That's just a backup in case Sena dies. That happens quite a bit on the trips for some reason, even though we try to keep them charged up. So spare Sena. So that's it, guys. Oh, and of course you need your handy dandy hair elastic to hold these batteries in. So that's it. I have spare microphones here. They just ride down in the bottom. There's room up here. I can put one of these extra cameras, either the one I have on my head or one of the other ones. I can have a spare camera in there, and it works really well. I have other videos on how I pack my entire tank bag. I'll put a link to that here. But otherwise, that's it. Unplug, take it with you. Very simple. So I hope that helps someone out. I'm going to try to find a link to this Rock Charge marine grade USB, and I will put that in the description below as well. But that covers the tank bag and the charging. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps someone out. If it does, give me a like. Leave a comment down below if there's something that you do different, because you know, everyone has their own application and different way of doing things. As always, mind how you go, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now. Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.